and welcome to Bangalore and to Fight Night, a chance for the people of the city to air their views on an issue that is very important to them. This week's issue, what's in a name? Everybody here will soon have to get used to living in Bengaluru rather than Bangalore, as the city and several other towns around the states undergo a name change to their Kannada original rather than the more recent anglicized version. So is this a good idea? Why is the change necessary and what will it really mean afterwards? Well, joining us to discuss this are Ananthamurthy Gyanpeethawardi, veteran Kannada writer, and the man very much behind this idea in many ways. We have Minister of Higher Education, Mr. D.H. Shankaramurthy, who will tell us the government's point of view on this. And representing industry, the IT industry, which is now the face of Bangalore in the world almost, Subrata Bagchis, COO of Mindtree, the very well-known IT firm. Mr. Ananthamurthy, to start with you, this is, as I said, very largely your brainchild. You have pushed for changing the name of the city. Why?
I did it as a symbolic gesture, so that those who adopt this city as a place to live know that there is another city. When I suggested it and it was reported in the Kannada papers, it was very difficult to report it. How can you say in a Kannada paper, Bengaluru is going to be called Bengaluru? So I did it just for the joy of it. I thought that I was making a statement, making people aware that there is something else. That's all.
That there is more to the city than IT city of Bangalore. Mr. Shankaramurthy, there is a feeling sometimes expressed that this is all just a political gimmick. It sounds good.
No. It cannot be a political gimmick. We should understand the reality of it. They don't think there is nothing in the name. There is everything is in a name. After a few moments, I will recite a small incident in my life which took place. I will come to it later. But there is so much in a name. You can go back. Why should you go back? Look at the other countries. We were calling that Sri Lanka as Ceylon very recently. Now they have changed it to Sri Lanka. Rhodesia has become Zimbabwe. Peking have become Beijing. So why? What is it behind? What are the things behind it? There is so many things. So many things are involved in a name. Name represents wonderful things. Heritage, culture, history, everything is involved in it. And there is everything in a name. So a name is very, very important.
So everything in a name. It is not
it is
an unimportant thing. Everything in a name. Mr. Bagchi, a name, the brand. Bangalore is certainly on the world map today. Will people have to hunt on the map for Bengaluru? Will they know it's the same place?
Well, I think the transition will have to be managed. And my take is that I partly agree with the minister and partly want to caution that there is more to it than just saying that all there is to it, everything there is to it is in a name. The good news is that we are ready for a name change. The tough part is that, as I said, the transition will have to be managed. You know, Bangalore is a brand internationally, globally. But behind any brand, there is brand value. Fortunately, there is so much of brand value going for the IT industry that it will rub off on the new name. So we don't have an anxiety on that. And we do see it as an interesting way to actually do a little bit of storytelling, because Bangalore was such an unromantic name, if you really ask me. Whereas with this new name, we can go back to the story of the beans and talk about how the place was actually created by a chieftain. So all that makes it very interesting, and it will extend the values of old Bangalore onto the name
to the new Bangalore.
Yes.
Now, in many ways, names were initially changed to the anglicized version because the English couldn't pronounce the Kannada original. That was really much of the reason. The pronunciation of the name. Mr. Ananthamurthy, I'll just ask you to say it for us properly.
I will tell you, there's something more to it. I am very happy with the minister as well as what Mr. Bagchi said. Bengaluru, even after the name is changed, the lu will be difficult.
Yes.
It will be Bengaluru. The la sound is very peculiar to Kannada. But if somebody, a Frenchman or somebody comes and gets interested in it, I think that he will get interested in the Kannada language also,
so
as one. The very difficulty sometimes makes you aware of an identity of the other with whom you are living. That's one. And another very important thing, I have said it before, the ending sound oo. Kannada has used this sound oo to bring into Kannada language any word you like. Chair, cheru.
Cheru,
table,
tebulu.
table.
Yeah, as long as you don't make it infosishu or mind tree consulting.
But the villagers will call it infosisu.
Infosys it is. Okay.
But there is something wonderful in that.
Bus stand do, railway station do.
Yes.
Rumu.
Is that
The
you
oo
for?
is an enabling sound. Huh? And I would like people to become aware of that. So they have become aware of a little bit of Bengaluru. Otherwise, Maya, do you know what happens? If people who come here and do business are not aware of the natives of this city and its own history, sometimes violence can erupt.
If there's
It
that
has
divide.
erupted sometimes. That is because there are two worlds here.
Two different worlds.
Yes.
Just to come to the audience now, how many here are actually in favor of the name change, think that Bangalore should become Bengaluru? Is that about half, I'd say? Now, why do you think it should be changed?
Bengaluru is something original that we had. It's a charming name. They don't see any reason not to revert back to Bengaluru. Similarly, it's okay if it's Bangalore also. Why give name change a political flavor, a vote bank gimmick? Why make it a cultural preservation thing? It's not that. I'm not from Bangalore, but I would love to hear the name Bengaluru. But still, the whole way that this issue has been approached is just wrong. It just evokes, it just makes it a contentious issue which it is not.
It need not be. It's
Exactly.
More, okay.
I have a problem with that, not with the name change.
That it's become a sort of political issue, that it's become a matter of pride, this is something we have to do.
No, it's rather unfortunate. Rather unfortunate. It should not have become. It should not become. In our country, in our state, so many names have been changed. Bombay has become Mumbai.
Yes.
Madras have become Chennai. Chittal drug have become Chitradurga. it was probably, Maya, you might be knowing, Chitradurga when I was studying in a high school, it was spelt as Chitaldrug. If you read it, it is Chittal drug.
Seringapatam.
So those are all things have been changed now.
You were also
It should not have been politicized.
Why do you feel it's a good
I think
idea?
Bengaluru is fine and it gels well with our accent. And mere change in the name of the city does not change the brand value of the city. For that matter, the state remains the same.
May I
So
say
that way,
something
there'll be
here?
no difference there.
Maya, may I say something?
Yes?
Bengaluru has such good weather. Everyone will accept Bengaluru also. Because the weather is more important than the spelling.
So the coolness of the city, whatever it's called.
So it
And who
doesn't
is
matter.
actually against the name change? You're against the name change? Why do you feel it's not a good idea?
Before telling my point, I'd like to ask Honorable Minister that after changing the name Bangalore as Bengaluru, do you have any proposals to change the name of Richmond Circle?
No,
Where do the name changing stop? Where
streets
does it
like
stop?
that.
No, question of changing this the road's name to city's
No,
name,
even-
totally different. Totally different.
Mr. Shankaramurthy, I am so glad you said it. Even when I suggested Bengaluru, I said it to all the papers. The street names should not
Need
be.
not be.
Okay.
Why should it be?
Because it
changed?
Cities,
has
but
its
not
own
the street
history.
names.
It is on history.
No proposal
we
there.
are asking that.
No, Kabban Park.
Yeah,
For example, Kabban was a great man who
Yes.
built that park. Why should it be changed? Why should it be changed? There is no need to change the name of Kabban Park. Likewise, there is no necessity of changing the roads, the name of the roads. Why should it be changed? Bengaluru is a different thing. Calling a road name is a different thing.
No,
Totally
the
different.
whole idea is the name should represent our culture.
That's all.
Yeah. Then
Why stop at the city name?
we name a particular road as MG Road and we open maximum number of pubs, live bands, bars there. Does it make any sense, sir?
No, that is different. That is different. Bengaluru, the name of a city. Here in Bengaluru, there are so many good things, so many bad things are also there. If you see only bad things and say Bengaluru is very bad, you cannot say that. You should not say that. So you have to accept good and bad together.